Hello folks, this is Oppo Laine from Amorphis and Octoploid, and you are watching CMS TV.
It's Ambush right here on your classic metal show with Don't Shoot, Let 'Em Burn. That one going out by request to Dude Bro. And just before that, we heard Iron Maiden with Stranger in a Strange Land, going out by request to Ben Benjamin. And Judas Priest featuring Tim Ripper Owens on lead vocal with Hell is Home.
Nice
Round set there with some Priest and some Maiden like Judas Priest style music all in one block.
That's right.
It's all good shit.
A good block of classic metal. Classic metal.
It truly is. Absolutely. All right. So now getting back to your foray into I won't call it mainstream, but at least what do you want to call
national media?
Well, let's call it actually commercial media.
Yeah,
because there is money behind it, so it is commercial media.
It is commercial media.
Yep. So again, tell us a little bit. Again, a lot of people I'm sure are not aware. I mean, we've talked about it here on the show before, but Blaze TV is kind of a collaboration between Mark Levin and what's his name?
Beck.
Glenn Beck. Yeah, they're a collaboration. They joined forces. Mark Levin had a digital TV service, and Glenn Beck had a digital TV service, and they kind of joined forces and made it into Blaze TV.
Right.
And they're out there competing with what is known as the legacy media, which is all government controlled and a bunch of liars and a bunch of fake news. And anybody who watches commercial news, whether it's Fox News or CNN or MSNBC, you're being lied to every day.
Yeah,
so you need to stop watching that garbage, because it's just garbage.
It is. It's nonsense.
It's all controlled by the biggest donor, mostly companies like Pfizer. This whole pandemic that turned this world upside down. Pfizer made billions of dollars off that. Mm-hmm. That fucking liar Fauci, he made millions of dollars out of that. All these people who were behind that, they walked away with billions and millions, and they padded all their pockets. So if you're still believing or watching commercial news or commercial media and not paying attention to the people who are doing independent things, I have no sympathy for you.
Yeah, that is true. If that's where you're getting your news, then you're not getting it.
Nope.
You might as well start watching soap operas and reporting on that as if it's real.
Exactly. You might as well start watching wrestling as if it's real.
Well, that is real. Stop it. That's reality there.
But anyway, so there's there's independent broadcasters out there who basically are upstarts, and Glenn Beck has been around a while, Mark Levin's been around a while. They've all capitalized as well in commercial entities in news and radio and so forth, and they decide to branch out because a lot of the time they're not allowed to say what they're really thinking. And this goes back to one of our fans that you met last week, Matt, saying, man, I wish I could say what you guys say, and I wish I could do that. And and that's what it boils down to. So Dave Landau, he's one of us. I hope to get him on the show someday. And
the biggest problem is he's always in shed playing. He's playing tonight. He's here tonight.
I understand that. Did you go?
I did not go.
I mean,
I didn't go yesterday. I had a family thing come up.
Oh, all right. That's
I don't want to.
That's surprising.
Dude, I was. Dave hit me up at noon. How many tickets you need, bro? I told him. 2 hours later, I said, I hate to be a dick, but
Wow.
I got this thing that came up. So I had a thing come up fairly suddenly that I had to go do.
You got to do what you got to do. You know, you're a man of conviction. So
you know how it goes with family, dude.
Yeah,
family issues you got to fucking deal with.
I get it. But yeah, so anyway, there's a lot of independent broadcasting out there. We're independent broadcasters. In fact, and I like to pat ourselves on the back. We're one of the earliest independent broadcasters.
That's right.
Out there, you know. So
and I'd just like to say on top of that, if you're getting your news from us, you're equally stupid.
Well, we don't report news. We just shoot shit. That's what we do.
We are not a news outlet.
Yeah, we just give our thoughts and opinions on things. It's not
right.
We're not reporters.
No, we are not.
So anyway, so getting back to that, Dave Landau, you know, we were not aware of Dave Landau until he joined Anthony Cumia
right
on the Compound Media, and he was his co-host for a couple of years, and he got lured away by you know, a bigger and better deal, I guess. I would assume that Crowder maybe offered him more money or more.
We'll say a better financial deal, because
that's what I'm saying. More money.
Yeah,
it was a little more lucrative, and he was also, you know, Crowder was on the Blaze TV network forever.
He was,
and when his contract came up, they decided not to renew because of all the controversies he was going through.
Right.
You know, and he thought, you know, Crowder moved on to do other things with other people. But regardless of that, Landau landed a gig of his own.
He did. Yeah, he's got his show Normal World, which airs every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and of course on the Blaze. So, you know, I still don't understand the whole dependence on YouTube. I really don't understand why anybody would that does stuff that pushes the boundaries would be on YouTube, but who am I to say? You know, I guess there's money there if you're getting that many downloads, but maybe if it's not demonetized. I mean, who knows? But glad we're not on it. At least we're not on it full time and live anyway.
Right. Well, speaking of Cumia, you know, lately he's been doing Mondays. He's been doing, you know, a minimum of an hour on Mondays of Compound Media. He gets so wrapped up that sometimes he does the entire show on Monday's show on YouTube.
Yeah, well, it's hard, dude. Me and Seth do, and I'm not trying to compare us to me and Seth to Cumia, but we do on Wednesdays. We do the first 90 minutes on like free, and then there's like a 30-minute segment that we do, you know, behind the paywall. And it is such a pain in the dick to get behind the paywall for that last, you know, to switch out.
Yeah, how do you segue out? That's the whole thing, and that's the part I noticed about Anthony, because you know, he uses the YouTube free. You know, he always jokes, you know, about okay, all you freeloaders on YouTube, you know, if you like this kind of you know, content, come over and you know, become a member of Compound Media. Well, you know, and he's using it as a promotional tool to get subscribers to Compound Media, but he has a tough time segueing out of the free side on the YouTube, and he'll, you know, and then he gets the people on there complaining, oh man, we pay our money and you're giving these guys the full show on Monday.
Oh, shut up.
That whole bullshit, you know, and it's just like, even a guy like Cumia gets the whiners and the complaints that, oh, how come you're giving away the free show when I have to pay for it?
No, well, you don't have to, Dick. You chose to.
Yeah, one day out of the week.
Yeah, I mean, he does take a lot of, but he's Anthony Cumia. He's, you know, he built that crowd.
He did.
Hate to say it, but he built his fucking haters.
Yep. Yeah, but anyway, so Landau, you know, landed his own gig, and he invited you to be on the show, and which was very cool. And, so So bring us some clips, and let's see how that all panned out. I'm anxious to see it, to be honest with you.
All right, well, I just have it queued up to right where I come on, so
all right,
we'll just kind of play some, and we'll
comment along the way.
Stop along the way, exactly. So here you go. So this was on Wednesday. This was me on Normal World.
All right.
He owns the biggest, fifth largest, I should say, pinball game arcade in the country. He's the host of That Metal Show. Please welcome Chris Akin.
Wow.
Hello.
I'm excited just for the arcades. When can we show up? I'm there.
Doors always open. There's 420 games at that place. I mean,
Yes.
it's literally just a Target that's hollowed out and filled with pinball machines and arcade games.
Oh my God, I love that.
Now, can you tell that I'm fucking nerved up like crazy on this?
Yeah, you're trying to get a read on the room.
Yeah, I'm like, and I'm sitting here. I'm going, be funny, be funny, be funny. You know? I'm literally telling myself to be fucking funny.
Right.
All right, here we
funny.
Exactly. All right, here we go.
That's awesome.
All the classics. All the classics.
Now, you are an author, and also, I think it's important to mention, you were burned in an industrial accident when molten metal...
Is that an oh, by the way?
Yes, I just wanted to add that.
Extra.
I just wanted to toss in that you were burned at 69% of your body, which is a sexy number.
Isn't that sweet?
If you're going to get...
You have 420 arcades, and you got burned 69% of your body. That's just like, those are great numbers.
Yeah.
I'm all about the heat.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. It's not bad. So, yeah, you were burned, though, at 69% of your body, and I was reading your book, and I love your book, which is titled, please pitch.
Call me Chris.
Call me
Chris.
And you can pick it up on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And they really didn't think you were going to survive.
Well, I didn't at first. I mean, I died on the table, but they brought me back. And then it's just been a litany of things that they said I couldn't do, which then I beat. You know, at first they said I wasn't gonna live, and they told my wife to make arrangements for that. That didn't happen. Then they said they were gonna have to cut off my fingers because of gangrene. That didn't happen. Then they said they were gonna have to cut off my arm. That didn't happen. Then they said I would never walk without a walker. That didn't happen. Then they said I wouldn't live to be past 55, and now I'm past 55. So there's no beating me at this thing.
No stopping you. Can I ask you what happened? Was it giving away the book?
No, there's a lot in the book.
What happened?
There's a lot in the book.
I was working in a steel mill, and I was standing in front of 7 tons of molten metal, and the thing blew up. Boom. Wow. And I took a molten shower. 7,000 pounds of molten metal just scorched me. And like Dave said, 69% burn, 52% third degree with grafts, 22 surgeries, 14 months of rehab, blah, 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 blah.
You're like the Black Knight and the Holy Grail.
Yeah, damn.
You were a Marine.
Army, but
Army, yes, that's what I meant. I get those.
That's the same thing, right?
Mixed up all the time, you know. That is a wild story.
Right, you didn't catch flack for saying that.
I did. Oh, yes, I did.
Oh, I'm sure you did. It's like I know some people take that really personal. It's like, oh, how could you compare the Army to Marines? How could it's the same thing? It's nowhere near the same thing.
Yeah, stop it. It's exactly the same thing. For me, it's exactly the same thing. It's showed up, signed up, did your time, willing to take a bullet. Same thing. All right, here we go.
That, like, to be suddenly destroyed like that and to come back, like, you look great. I don't see the bottom half of you, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But you look great from what I'm looking at.
Trust me, the bottom half looks like a Ken doll thrown in a campfire. It's not. It's not great. And that lightened the room.
Got to get the icebreaker in there.
And that you can see they're all laughing their ass off at that one. I was so happy with that. I was so happy with that line. I'm even looking at me with a fucking shit-eating grin on my face. I'm like, look at, I fucking got you guys.
Look at that. Look at that. I got one wedged in there.
I got a good one. All right, here we go.
There's some cock left. I've seen it.
Gotta be.
You were at the airport last weekend.
That's right. there was that little hole, and I stuck it right through there.
Well, look at you making a
slurping
glory
me.
hole joke.
I know. Once that one joke got off, then it just turned into dirty, man.
Yeah, you made a glory hole joke on Blaze TV.
Of course.
All right.
All right, here we go.
So you
Slopping.
you also said that you were too fat for TV, or told that, and you were told that you had a terrible voice for radio, and now you own a network. I like that. I just like Chris because he's been able to do everything they said he couldn't do. I think this is the secret to life. You have to have something horrible happen to you. Like you have to be paralyzed, and then that's when you decide you're going to run again. Or like when you lose your legs, and then you get those legs that make you bouncy.
Run faster.
Oh, yeah, the paper clips.
The paperclip legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like is that the secret, you think, Chris? Like that makes you go, you know what, now I have to do everything because they told me I couldn't.
Kind of is, man. I mean, before I got hurt, I was a bum. I was a bum working shitty jobs just enough to make the bills. And then once I got hurt, they told me that I had to, they kind of told me that if I didn't work every minute of every day, I would lose stuff. I would lose range of motion. I would lose recovery of the tendons that they had to reconnect in my hands and all this other stuff. And when I got to the end of it, I didn't know how to stop, so I literally just went from there. And ever since, I've never not had 3 jobs. Right now, I run 3 full-time businesses that I own, and I'm building a podcasting studio, and I'm building a recording studio, and I go and do keynote speaking whenever anybody asks me to do that. I did one in the UK last year. It's people can tell you that you can't do things, and it's all bullshit. If you want to do something, you can. And truth be told, once you've been dead, what is somebody going to do that's going to hurt you worse than that? They just can't. They can't stop you.
That's true, because my parents told me I could be anything, and I haven't done shit.
But you can do stuff now.
I know. I feel like that's the thing. You gotta be told you can't do stuff.
Yeah. Or you're
And then-
dead.
Yeah,
I
and then
can stab you.
yeah, you
right
can.
now.
It's fine with me.
Or have 7 tons of molten steel fired at you.
That's actually way more rad.
God,
You make it in bullet form.
that's insane.
See, I was once I got them loose, then it was good.
Yeah. Because, well, again, you have to take the temperature of the room. You see what you can't do. You could get the, get the feel of your guest.
Yeah.
And it says, oh, okay, yeah, we can roll with this. I don't think anybody's going to get offended by anything here.
And I was glad that it went that way early because, man, this would have been awful if it was like all very serious and very.
Yeah, if you feel like you have to tiptoe or walk on eggshells or, this guy, now that he's had this amazing transformation in his life, is this guy, a super religious born again guy, can he make jokes like that, and that kind of thing.
But yeah, I think I'm thrilled with this appearance. I don't know if everybody else is or not, but I think this went fucking spectacular. As far as what I would have wanted.
Well, especially since you don't know the other 2 guys either.
Yeah.
So you don't know how to play off of them.
Yeah. Look at this.
Yeah, people get defensive about that.
I know they do. They don't want anything that's especially associated with Eddie Trunk.
Right, of course.
On this show. So, and again, I said in the first segment, I really didn't hear it because they were counting me in.
Right. So he was already doing the intro, and you probably weren't part of the feed.
No, I was like trying to watch the screen, and the producer was in my ear going, and 10, 9, 8. See, and I'm like, okay. I was like listening to the count in. So,
right.
All right, here we go.
You're going to be in Cleveland this week? You live in the Cleveland area, if I'm allowed to say that. Yeah. So you're going to be at my show this weekend. I'm
planning to come Friday.
Are you going to celebrate Pride? Will you be wearing something? Oh, you're not going to come on Saturday for the parade?
Yeah, you're differently able.
I thought I was, but you're differently abled. That's a sexy thing.
That's in now.
Should I paint my scars in like rainbow colors or something?
Yes.
Why would you even ask that question? That's yes.
I think
One cloud. You got to do that.
Do you have your ass wasn't melted shut? You could put a tail in there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
It's a possibility. We're just giving you ideas. We're throwing it out there, seeing what sticks.
Look, I'm not saying you
a lot
have
of it's going
to
to stick.
I'm saying you have to, my friend. There's going to be a lot of stick.
Yeah. Anything, it's stick.
Yeah, there's going to be humidity. There's going to be goo. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff. It's gonna, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Is your where's your?
Thanks.
Yeah, I know. It's really like who I don't. That's the thing is I don't have any pride. And that's just in general. That's not about the gay thing.
It has nothing to do with sexuality at all.
No. And then it's like you're gonna have a whole festival that you're celebrating something, and it's like I'm just like I don't have any of this.
Yeah.
And now I got to walk through it and be like, "Excuse me, I got to go to my show that no one's gonna attend because this."
I think more people are going to attend. I don't know what you're talking about. That means more feet passing the door. They're going to be going in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have people on ecstasy humping each other during my show.
They're going to love your werewolf
See
story.
what happens anyway.
They're all about the furry stuff.
They do. They're
Talking like they're dogs and stuff. You see that guy that's a collie?
Oh yeah, there are people who do think they're animals. I have jokes about that will favor them immensely. Can't wait to have people walking out or.
You know what I gotta admire about Dave as well as the Blaze TV network is that he gets to get away with making gay jokes.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like cancel him, you homophobe. Ooh.
Well, there's definitely more coming here shortly.
But again, hey, good on Blaze TV for not
not bowing.
Bowing to the bullshit and just make jokes like that.
That's right. I love it. Yeah.
But I'm offended, so I'm offended for people who find this offensive.
Will you be posting a very strong tweet about it?
I'll be twittering. I'll have to make an account though, but I'm going to be twittering my disdain for the fact that this man can make jokes.
Yes.
I
am offended. Hashtag.
How dare he use words to make funny comments?
Hashtag not funny. Not funny. All right, here we go.
Should I say limping out bull-legged?
Because that's just how they walk now.
Lesbians tend to enjoy the show. Mm-hmm. Actually, so do gay guys. I don't know. Love me. So
that would be faggots.
Oh, they did have to bleep that.
They bleeped faggots, yeah.
All right. That's
funny because then I made an ass fucking joke.
That's the forbidden word is faggot.
Faggots. Because I say later in here something about ass fucking, and I literally say ass fucking, and they left it.
Wow. Okay.
But they bleeped faggots.
Okay. That's where the line is drawn there, fellas.
That's the line.
The F word. The dreaded F word.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Look over at Angela. Angela's like, write down notes.
I'm just not in a good mood today.
Making a note.
Making a note on that.
Sorry, I'm not in a good mood. Angela has the right to be in a worse mood, but I'm in a bad mood.
It's okay.
How long did it take you to acquire all this stuff in your pinball or in your arcade?
That's a better question.
I mean, because I've seen there was a Pinball Hall of Fame in Las Vegas, and looking at your setup, it is way more impressive than the one that was in Vegas.
Yeah, his is bigger though. He has I think he has 600 games. We have, like I said, we have 400. We have another warehouse where we have 800 more.
Size isn't everything, Chris.
Store. Yeah. I know.
It's how you use it.
Well, I try to use it as much as I can, but again, melted Kendall.
What's your favorite game? Can you pick it? Is it like choosing children?
Favorite game? No. Every time I go in there, I play Dig Dug. That's kind of my sweet spot. That one or Defender. Those are probably my two.
Oh,
not so
classic.
much big pinball.
Did you ever see a deaf, dumb, and blind kid in there just going crazy? Just
High school reference.
And then there's guys like, look at him. Sure plays a mean pinball, but he's really just fucking dry humping a drinking fountain.
Just Pete Townsend just doing his thing.
Just going at it.
Well, we know he's not playing a pinball.
No, he's not.
Unless it's a 9-year-old named Jack Pinball.
Jack thinks he's playing pinball, but instead he's just banging on the window, looking at the lights. I'm playing.
He loves those lights.
Deaf, dumb, and blind kid sure plays a mean pinball. And by that he means his genitals
Yeah.
But also, how do you tell him that he's not playing pinball?
You don't. You don't.
So-
You just can't.
That's the thing is he doesn't even know that it's pinball.
Yeah, don't break that illusion, He's
Does he even know what pinball is?
No, there's no way.
Not at all.
How do you explain in his palm these are lighting up and you're winning? Yeah, that's not true.
He doesn't know numbers.
He just knows he's pulling on something,
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
and it could
And
be
something's
anything.
coming
It
out.
could be anything.
Just repeatedly.
Yeah, and we know it's not pinball.
And the numbers keep getting higher.
They do.
If we come in and film a sketch with a deaf, dumb, and blind kid, which I think dumb might be a term that's not used medically anymore,
Not in the DSM.
but could we do that?
Not only could you do that, I'll help you find the dummy.
Oh, thank you.
I think we've got one here.
We've got one. Oh,
Come on, I was hitting on these. I
That
was locked in.
a good one. But who's the obligatory hole?
That's Angela.
Okay.
She's like the producer more than the.
Oh, okay.
She chimes in here and there, but I'm pretty sure she's the one that puts things on the screen and puts
All right.
up.
All right.
I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. I'm just, I just found it funny that you got, three obviously, funny dudes, and then all of a sudden you got to get the injection of the hole in
Yeah,
there.
well, you have to. That's a rule. You know that.
Not here.
Not here. All right, here we go.
Is that me?
oh, I think so. You're the best actor.
I'm not.
I think you're fantastic.
Oh, Angela's better than me. You're better than me.
Please.
Oh,
Please.
Derek's better than me.
Not Derek.
Everyone has a niche, and Dave, I think you fill that.
Derek deep throated a hot dog and slammed cottage cheese.
That
on his
was
face,
great.
Which he didn't. He didn't even know we were recording.
Yeah, that was just candy.
That was just in the bathroom at the airport.
We were just having a lunch.
Just a light snack.
Just a light lunch is what
Light
it's called.
snack before the big flight.
More like a light in the loafers lunch, right? Pride, zing zang.
Nice.
He's just firing, man. That's
I know,
so good.
That's a good one. It's a good one.
That's good. I love it. All right, here we go.
Need a sounder for that.
I know. We need one that sounds like a gun going off, which is going to be my apartment later. Anyway, so Chris, I really liked your book, but you have several books on a bunch of rock and rollers, and actually, I really enjoy your book on the lead singer of. Why am I blanking on this right now? This is the worst time to blank on.
Motley
that
Crue,
happens.
No,
Name another one.
Metallica, Judas Priest.
Judas Priest.
thank
Priest.
you.
Hey,
Rob Halford.
Yeah, Rob Halford. Because as much as I enjoyed his biography, yours isn't filled with as much sodomy.
I like the music aspect.
It's just the part of it's just like it's not we've discussed it. It's not hard to get dick. So when like he's like, yeah, all the sex he was having, you're like, sure, but you could just have that. It wasn't because you were a star.
Yeah, it's not real hard to be a gay guy and get ass fucked. Not at all.
Not a difficulty.
I've always said that.
See, once I got loose, I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm going for it now.
Yeah, why not?
And I honestly thought that line was going to get cut.
Well, here's the other thing. Again, kudos to Dave and Blaze TV. That the gays don't look at their sexual activity as sodomy.
No.
They look at that as normal,
Yes.
acceptable sex. And Dave just said ass fucking is sodomy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I hammered it home by actually describing it.
Oh, it's like, hey, good on them for allowing that. Holy
Oh.
shit, that's funny.
I know. Dude, but I'm telling you, that was the one part I watched back because, I don't see Final Cut or anything. It's only
Right, of course.
2 hours later. So I watched it 2 hours after, and I was like, there's one little tiny thing that got cut early, and it wasn't anything like funny or anything. It was just one of those. It was something where Dave like stopped and said, "Oh, let's do that again." It was just like a little thing, but I caught it.
Right.
But I caught it because I saw it in real time. And the minute I saw that was cut, I was like, they're so going to cut the ass fucking joke out. I was like, there's no way they leave that in there. because I knew it was over the line. I didn't care. I just was like, it just came out of my stupid face.
Again,
So
it's like, what do you got to lose? Because they are going to edit the show. So, I mean, if it doesn't make final cut, it doesn't make final cut.
And I didn't want to limit anything. I just wanted to kind of do my thing. And, you know, if they cut some, it's the same thing that I've always said. If they cut it, they cut it. I don't care. I'm going to do it.
If it ends up edited out, so what? So
yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly. But yeah, they left. Obviously, they left it.
Well, again, you just go for broke, and you ain't got nothing if you got nothing to lose.
That's right.
So,
all right, here's some more.
All right.
Yeah.
It's my grandfather's dying words.
It's parting advice. Son, it's not hard to get dick when you're gay.
It's just not. It's not. And then
Pretty easy, actually.
he used to play the grand piano and wear lots of jewels.
Yes. Chandeliers.
Grandpa Liberace. Dave, it's not hard for your balloon not to be torn in half.
Yes, the only
And then flatlined.
And he just passes away.
the only thing easier to see than his diamonds were his lesions.
It's like the ending of The Notebook, really. It was tragic.
Seen from space.
So look, we just made an AIDS joke.
Yeah, of course.
He just made an AIDS joke.
Dude, they're just fucking rolling. And meanwhile, we get our channel killed for fucking flat earth discussion. I know. Dude, believe me, it makes me crazy, but
Right.
we don't have lawyers to sue, I guess. That's really the difference.
All right.
But I love it. I just love this appear. I think this went so good.
Well, I mean, again, it's dudes just making dude humor, and
Yeah.
I mean, this is definitely not a chick show.
No.
You know, this is just dudes doing what dudes do when they get together.
Exactly. So, all right, here's more.
But yeah, what is that book called? Because I really do want to recommend that to the audience because I know a lot of people are fellow metal fans.
That one is called Cause and Effect Turbo, which all of them are in Amazon. I've got 6 total books. 3 of them are about metal. One's Metallica, one is Judas Priest, the other's Motley Crue. Then I've got Little Victories, which was about divorce, which is fun. Then I've got my happy book, Call Me Chris, which we talked about. And then I have one about, it's called And Other Things I Should Not Say, which is about running crazy in the military, banging whores and being drunk.
That one I like.
really-
Oh, there we go.
Interesting.
You've captivated me now, sir.
Yes.
And that's all the other books are like 200-300 pages. That's the 650 pager. That
Magnum
is the
opus.
It's got the
It
details.
really is. It's
Yes.
It really could probably get me arrested. Some of the shit that's in there, but so what?
Statute of
Who cares?
limitation.
That's now in my cart.
It was in another country. Does it matter?
No. Exactly.
There you go.
They don't have rights.
No, they don't have. Well, and
don't have
this
rights.
man has rights, but they don't.
Yes.
That's right.
And
When did you write the Motley Crue book? I mean, was it during their heyday, or is it now
No,
that Vince
it's-
Neil looks like he's in a Jenny Craig commercial all the time?
It's actually
You mean
that's a good line.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Is it 1988 or any other time?
Exactly. That tight window. That window when Vince Neil was in shape-ish.
Yeah.
Now this book features the
Now it looks
album
like
that they
me.
did without Vince. It's the one that they did with John Corabi. So
Oh yeah.
I forgot that one.
Yeah. Well, because Vince's daughter.
so
died.
did everyone.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So your bestseller is available.
All the more reason to listen to it.
Your book outsold that album by a long shot, I'm sure.
Yeah, because they got McMars back. They had Tommy. They did not have. Oh yeah. Well, Vince Neil lost his daughter, and that's when he started drinking heavily and playing golf.
That what
It's a shame to see him
What is
play
he,
golf.
John Daly?
No, I don't blame him.
I know,
just think
right?
he stopped
Understandable,
caring.
really. Yeah.
I get
I
it.
get it. Yeah.
Get
I
out.
stopped caring a long time ago.
Yes.
I mean, and now I just don't care
How do you care even less?
anything. Huh?
How do you care less than when you don't care?
Oh, it somehow happens. Wow. You think you don't care, and then you wake up and you realize it's you just like if you hit, I don't know.
It's like the Dunning-Kruger effect, where you learn that you don't care, but then you don't care even more, and you're competent at not caring, and you care even less.
Yeah, like you just don't care. Like once, like I was on even the other day,
this going?
when I was on a plane, I didn't care if I died. But then the other night when I was on the plane and it was really bad, I was rooting for it.
Oh, I get what you're saying now. There's layers. It's like an onion.
Yeah, where you're like,
worse
boy,
than-
this will clear my debt. Anyway,
One way or another.
I just want to.
You're like the Chris of air travel. Someone says you're gonna survive, and you're like, no, I will not.
And it's the opposite.
Get worse.
I will do the exact opposite of what you're telling
and
me.
then we land, and I have to be like, great.
You're like, oh shit.
You're gonna do this again.
All right.
Anyway, so you have you're also a web developer, obviously, and but you have your book Little Victories, which I like because that focuses after the divorce.
Right.
Were you married to fire?
No.
What was more painful?
Oh, the divorce was way more painful than the burns.
Sorry,
yeah.
I didn't mean to laugh, but that's
Oh, yeah, you can laugh
He's-
away.
he's
I
not
say it all
lying.
the time.
He's
I
not.
say it all
You've
the
been
time.
through it?
Divorce,
fucked me
yes,
up
but not
way
what
worse.
he's been through.
oh man.
Divorce was way worse.
But you're remarried.
The fire you could get through. The fire, you know what? And not to turn this all serious, but when you go through the fire, it's you that deals with it. You know, and you put whatever perspective you're going to put on it. When it's a divorce, you got to deal with kids, and you got to deal with your own emotions and her bullshit emotions. It all comes back. It's just way more to deal with.
Your
At least with the
emotions
burns,
and
I
her
could.
bullshit emotions.
Well, yeah, exactly.
My emotions were perfectly normal and
Justified.
justified to deal with, but her bullshit emotions,
That's right.
I deal with that too.
That's right. You just focus on myself and be selfish.
Yeah.
It's very well put.
Wow, that's really well put.
Mm-hmm.
Did you? Well, you're remarried though, aren't you?
No, hell no. What are you,
okay.
nuts? I own businesses. I'm not getting married again.
Oh, good point.
Time for that. That's a lot of time, dude.
How long were you married?
23 years.
Oh my God, that is rough, dude. I'm sorry. I forget that.
And yeah.
It was probably 6 good months in there.
Oh, that's good. I mean, yeah, if you add up all the
Collectively.
dates individually.
Yeah.
That's like 5 more months.
Maybe
That's
7.
5 more months than I had in my marriage. For you.
Well, your marriage gave you cancer.
Yes. I wish.
Your body just did it to get out of it.
I don't know why I got married after I had cancer. That's the worst part about it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
She
I
was
had
like,
cancer, and I'm like, you know what I should do? Try and top this.
Well, that explains it because you're like high on life at the moment, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It can
learned
be
your
worse
lesson.
than
Cancer
cancer.
back.
Yeah, you're like, I survived. Why not just settle?
Let me see if I can make this worse.
See if I can give her some money.
What am I doing with all this extra money I got?
I beat cancer once. Let me welcome it back.
Exactly. Well, Chris alone, you don't want to give up 400 of your arcade machines. That alone would piss me
No.
off.
I'd be very upset about
I'm
it.
not- There's no reason to get married again. That's just a
I
stupid,
wouldn't want to
silly
give away half of the
contract.
shit behind you in the picture.
No.
I'm not giving nothing up to anybody.
Good for
Nope,
you.
Not no more.
Well,
Not no more.
Well, my brother, we can find Chris at akinitservices.com. Where else can we find you, my friend?
If you want the shows, it'd be cmspn.com for Classic Metal Show Podcast Network. So it's cmspn.com. There's I do 3 shows on there. There's like 9 other shows as well. All my books are on Amazon. Just look up my name. You can look up my business, Starving Artist. If you are a musician and you're not getting your royalties, we help you get that. Is there other stuff? Pinballpa.com, pinballpa.com for the pinball arcade. And I think that's all the web stuff.
Dude, you're working, dude.
Yes,
Got so many different things. So many irons in the fire.
Quit being such an
Well-
overachiever.
Well, it's, all the irons are in the fire after I was, so it's all good.
Thank you for calling in, my brother, and we will have you back on soon. And I really appreciate it, man. You're a good dude.
Yeah,
and
thanks,
thank
man.
you.
Well, thanks for having me. And of course, if you guys are ever in Pittsburgh, tell me, and arcade is open for you.
Oh yeah,
He said it. He said it live. You saw it. Write that down.
we're gonna go to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Chris.
All right, guys.
The story.
So there you have it.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, it's a good
So,
segment.
I mean, it moved along pretty quick, and it
Yeah.
was it was lively and funny and just entertaining.
Yeah.
And,
And like I said, I was supposed to get 12 to 15 minutes. I got 22, 23.
Very good.
I must have been doing okay that they didn't, say, okay, beat it, fuck.
Well, I mean, again, the subject material was moving along pretty quick, and the funnies were coming, and the entertainment was there, and if it was going to be a dull interview or whatever, 5-10 minutes, they're thinking, okay, how are we going to get out of this?
Yep.
So
Thankfully it wasn't.
And I mean, you and I both have had experiences where we've talked to artists for a new record or something, and they were on a time schedule, and we've had, because the conversation was so good, it's like, well, don't you have another interview coming up? Don't worry about that. I'll do that later, and they stay on. They go, well, you got 20 minutes,
right?
And it ends up being 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Because the artist and the chemistry is so good, and the flow is so good that it's just like, yeah, well, I'll reschedule with everybody else.
Yeah. Well, I was real happy with this thing, man. I was like, I came out of it and I was like, yep, nailed that motherfucker.
Yeah, well, good on you. Good on you. I'm glad you were pumped up, and again, it seems like a good room to be, let the funnies flow.
Yeah,
and that's the whole thing. It's just you and I mean, we enjoy the funny that we bring every week, and that's important.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely
entertaining. It can't be a boring, stale show, man. So Dave's got a good thing going on there. That's actually the first time I've watched a show aside from the skits.
Dude, you gotta watch it. It's a fun show every day, man.
I'm sure it is. And
boy, he does get it. I don't know how he gets away with some of the stuff he gets away with, but God bless him for doing it, because
I mean, he can get away with it. It's his network that is going to take the heat, whether they end up giving him the boot to the curb if he crosses that line.
Yeah.
Whatever that line is.
I don't think he's worried about that line too much. It doesn't seem like it.
Oh, obviously he's not. I mean, he made gay jokes. He made AIDS jokes. He made ass fucking jokes. He made glory hole jokes.
Yeah.
All the taboo stuff you're not allowed to say. He made gay pride jokes. Yeah. All of the sacred cows that people get all upset about these days.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your creative input here, Barden Muse. I didn't want to shave the beard. I shaved the beard after.
But hey, good on you. It's nice to have a connection like that with Dave Landau, and people who have had success in the business and still include you and bring you right along.
Yeah, no, I can't thank Dave and Quarter Black enough for having me on. They didn't have to have me on.
Yeah, true.
Who the fuck am I?
Yeah. Who the fuck are you, shitwad?
Yeah, but they did have me on, and I'm super appreciative of it. It was really cool of them to do. So, all
right. Well, if and when Dave is not working on a weekend, maybe someday he'll grace us on our show.
Yeah, he will. If he's not, he's already told me that he would if he's not at a comedy show. But he's
right.
just.
And he's just down the street, so send a car down there immediately. Bring him in.
That's right. Have him come over right now. He's probably done with his show tonight, so come on over.
Right, absolutely. Well, speaking of media and things like that, we've got about 15 minutes here to fill.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you saw it or were aware of it. I know you watch a lot of the same things that I watch, but. There's a documentary on HBO Max.
Okay.
It's called Fallen Idols, the story behind Nick and Aaron Carter of the Backstreet Boys.
I have not seen that.
Oh, my God, dude. So, basically, Nick Carter, part of the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah. Which one is dead?
Aaron.
Okay.
That was his younger brother.
Okay.
he wasn't part of the Backstreet Boys. He was solo. He went solo just because, the popularity of Nick. He also basically got launched into that the business and in the music business. And he's been dead for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
But I was watching this. I think it's like a 4-part series.
Okay.
And what it is it covers the sexual assault allegations that have been levied against both Nick and Aaron Carter from various people or groupies, more or less.
Okay.
But I watched this, and what started out is there was a girl band. I wasn't even familiar with them. I guess they were signed to Puff Daddy's label or something. I guess they had like one hit.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of the name of the band. It's some girl group, that was like a rival to the Backstreet Boys at the time. This was early part of the 2000s. They were called Dream Girls or something like that, or
girl band rival Backstreet Boys. I'm not familiar with Dream Girls, but
is that the name of the band?
No, I don't know. I'm not finding that. Hold on.
They were on Puff Daddy's label, and they made a small splash. I guess that they had a hit. I guess they had a hit, and they just never caught fire as much as they did. But they were trying to push them along there to make them, a big girl group, and they didn't quite reach the heights of like the Spice Girls or something like that.
Okay. Danity Kane?
What is it?
Danity Kane?
No, that's not it.
No. Anyway, go ahead. I'll see if I can.
Dream, that's it. I thought it was like Dream Girls, but it's Dream.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even remember them at all.
Well,
I'm looking even at their pictures. I don't recognize any of these girls.
The thing. I saw this as well, and I was just like, I never heard of them, but they had like one hit that made it on the charts, I guess. And then they got like featured on like MTV on that, what was that, Carson Daly show? What was it called?
The TRL?
TRL. They were on that, and they got some notoriety and some fame, but it just didn't quite work out. And one of the girls in Dream, she's the one making, that kind of started the whole allegation thing against this Nick Carter, because she worked with him in a movie, I guess.
Okay.
And during the movie shooting, she alleges that Nick Carter basically raped her in his apartment. And she never reported it. She kind of kept it to herself until, of course, decades later. And then I just couldn't live with it anymore. It just haunted me. And I had to, I had to post a blog post about it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's important.
And here's the thing. I watched this, and, there, again, with the Backstreet Boys being as popular as they were and still are, I think they're still doing stuff, right?
Yeah, they're still out there.
That's what I thought. So as popular as they were, and it just goes back to when you blow up as a star, especially a rock star, whatever, you take advantage of all the excesses that are available to you, whether it's booze or drugs or women or whatnot. And I guess this Nick Carter, I guess he was involved with like Paris Hilton for a while.
Okay.
With her for a while. And, he was running with the Hollywood elite crowd.
Sure.
People were very popular at the time. And who else was he involved with? He was involved with, the different starlets of that era in the early 2000s into the 2010s. But here's the thing that I wanted to bring up about this whole docuseries. Like I said, it's like a 4-part series.
Okay.
Everything that's been discussed about this is all done through social media.
Yeah.
So, I posted a blog post, and then he Twittered that was a bunch of bullshit. And then his fans twittered, and then some girl on YouTube made a video disputing what I said, and then I commented back on Facebook, and then it was all this back and forth through the social media. And it was just like, this is all in the court of public opinion. You know, all of this is, you know what I mean? There's no lawsuits being brought. There's no actual direct confrontation with it. This girl who was making these allegations, the girl who's making the allegations in this docuseries, she was part of this dream. Her name is Melissa Schumann.
Okay.
And she's talking about when this happened, she was 18. Okay. And Nick Carter was maybe 22 at the time or something.
Okay.
When this allegedly took place.
Sure.
And this girl, I don't know if you can find any music videos of them at all, but this is a highly sexualized group, you know, because this is what sells. Sex sells, as everybody's aware. And these girls were kind of dolled up to look like little sluts, is what they were. But this Melissa Schumann, she talked about being a born-again Christian and how she was brought up in a Christian family and how she believed and she had a deep relationship with Jesus and and that. But she's out there, and this is not after this happened. This was how she was
during it.
During it. And it's just like, so your parents who supposedly raised you in this conservative Christian household, and you're confessing or talking about the virtues of being this born again Christian, this goody two shoes girl. What are you doing going to Nick Carter's house having cosmopolitans at 18 years old and, you know, supposedly, allegedly getting assaulted by Nick Carter in his bathroom?
Right.
You know what I mean? And she goes on playing it like, well, he took my innocence and this, that, and the other. But she was so immersed into this whole, what do you want to call this whole swamp that is show business. Where was her parents at the time if this was so important? Because they were talking to her dad.
Right.
During this documentary. And the funny thing is that because the Backstreet Boys are so huge, they have rabid fans. And when these allegations came out against Nick Carter, the rabid fans are going, oh, that's just a bunch of bullshit. You're just looking for attention. Yeah, Nick would never do that because, people think they know their favorite pop
star.
Sure.
Well, I like that song he sings, so he would never throw his dick in you. Exactly.
and then there was some YouTuber out there who was going, my name is Melissa Schumann. She's making fun of her like that. And her dad is going, and this girl made a video making fun of my daughter and disputing what she said. And it's like,
yeah.
And
so
So basically what it boils down to is my daughter is making allegations of Nick Carter, and how dare you refute that?
Yeah, how dare you challenge it?
She's telling the truth because she's a good Christian girl and she wouldn't lie about this.
Of course not.
And again, I don't know if this happened or not. Is it a high probability that it did? I'm sure it did. But who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? What do you remember, especially because she talked about, well, I was drinking cosmopolitans and I was feeling really drunk and, this and that. And it's just like, well, something may have happened. I don't know.
Well, why were you drinking cosmopolitans, you whore?
Yeah. Well, at 18 too.
Yeah.
Underage drinking, being in his apartment. Then she's surprised that something happened.
I went there and next thing I know, he had his dick in my face. I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't imagine.
That is really what she said too. He says here, basically she said that he wanted her to, suck a schween, and
Right.
I refused, and he kept at it, and so I finally gave in.
So I finally sucked him off for like 3 months.
But again, sexual assault is not funny, but to say that, well, so and so disputed this on the interwebs,
Right.
someone so made a video, so and so tweeted that that's not true. It's like, so what?
Yeah.
And you brought this on yourself. You published your blog out there. Why did you have to put that out there?
Yeah, why don't you put it into just court?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, so what is throwing a blog out there saying, well, see what he did, and then you're going to get a lot of blowback.
Yeah.
And you might find some people that says, I sympathize with you or something. You're going to get it from all ends. You're going to get it from all sides.
Yeah.
But the way that they were portraying this is that it was just outrageous that anyone would refute what her claim was.
How dare you challenge her?
Exactly.
Believe all women.
That's really where it was going with that.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, she made an assault allegation, and how dare you refute that?
Believe all women.
But the other thing is as much as I disdain social media, everybody's got to have a say in something like this. It's like, you weren't there. Did you witness this? Were you there, or are you just a fan of the band?
No, but I bought 10 copies of the Backstreet Boys' New Millennium album.
Exactly.
So therefore I know.
Nick is sweet. He would never do such a thing.
I went to the concert and sat 5th row. No way did he fucking stick his dick in her face.
And
Stop.
That's really what a lot of the blog posts or the tweets or the Facebook or whatever it is that they use were saying. It's like, yeah, well, Nick's a sweet guy. He would never do that. You're just an attention whore. You're just seeking attention.
Right.
And then there was this other girl that they interviewed. I can't remember her name either, but she was making claims against Aaron Carter.
Okay.
And holy cow, this girl is a mess.
Right.
It's a pig. And it's like, wow, if Aaron was still alive, I would go, man, you actually banged that? Holy cow. Supposedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Right.
It's so bizarre, man. It's just a whole weird world with the whole social media.
Yeah, it is.
Then I got a text that said, and then I got a tweet that said, and then somebody made a YouTube video, and somebody hit me up on Facebook, and then somebody, it's like, so what?
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Who gives two shits? Who lives their lives on social media?
Oh, you want to see this video?
Yeah, let's see that.
Yeah, I don't know the song. I've never heard of this song.
I never even knew about this girl because they kept saying they were showing some like news reports and stuff. Melissa Schumann, former pop star, and I'm just like, I don't even know the name. Who the hell?
I don't know that. I don't know this name. I don't know this band, and I don't know this song. This was number 2 on Billboard.
That's what I said. They got one good hit, and then they weren't catching fire, and so they just kind of disbanded, I guess.
Well, let's see what they got here. Now, which one is it? Do you know?
I think it's that girl that was just on the screen just a second ago.
Brown hair?
The brownish hair, yeah.
All right. That one?
Her. I think it's her. I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure it's her, though.
I can see putting a dick in her face.
Well, I mean, she was cute. They were all cute. I mean, but you know, that's the life. You're gonna be subjected to that environment.
Yeah.
You know, once you get involved there.
All right, let's see more of this.
Gonna make it with you. You're pulling petals off a flower, trying to get your way. Keep pulling till it says what you wanna say. Girl, you can pick a field full of daisies, but he'd still be my baby. I know you can hardly wait till I'm away from him.
I've never heard this.
I never did either. So watching this documentary, and this girl, she's kind of like the focal point of this, bringing these allegations out, which brought another bunch of allegations out from other quote unquote fans, groupies,
Right.
that indicated that Nick or Aaron Carter both had inappropriate situations with these different girls. They're all coming forward now because this Melissa Schumann, she was brave for posting this 20 years later. You know what I mean?
Brave, bold.
Yeah.
So brave, so bold.
Yeah, but it's a good documentary. I don't know anything about the Backstreet Boys or Aaron Carter is a solo art. I mean, I know who they are, but I didn't know anything about their their music or their what do you want to call their public display.
Well, I grew up listening to it every single day. That was like my daughter's band.
Right, of course.
Oh, that fucking New Millennium record. I think I could probably sing every word to it, and I never once listened to it myself, but it was always on in the house. That was I Want It That Way. Yeah, that shit was everywhere for a minute. Oh,
But as much as I hate to say it, that was the late 90s, early 2000s.
25 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Long time ago.
Yeah, it was. But so there's a docu-series for you to watch.
All right. How's she look now? Does she look okay now?
Yeah, she's married and pumped out a couple of puppies, and she's got basically the fat housewife look.
No.
Got the big dumper now.
Works at the grocery store. I get it.
Yeah, she isn't the cute little pop star that you see in the video. She's the sweatpants wife now.
Oh, that's nice.
Wearing the sweatpants, sitting on the couch or working at the computer desk.
I wonder if the husband got her when she was hot.
I don't know.
Like he got her when she was hot, and then she just.
Well,
turned
I did
into...
see some of the wedding photos and stuff, and she was, still looking okay.
So he got her when she was still a Hollywood piece of ass, and then she turned into a grocery store for.
Yeah, now she's a mom.
Now she's ready to go out on tour with Tiffany.
she's the sweatpants mom.
Oh, great.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Yep. Boy, that was always a fear of mine. It's like this is one of the reasons why it never even occurred to me that, man, I'm thinking that I'd like to be married at some point. It's like, not if that's how it ends up. No way.
I don't even care. Just no. You heard me on the Landau show. I was like, nope, I own businesses. Fucking no way.
Exactly. So there you are. There's a docuseries to watch on HBO Max.
Okay, very cool.
Called Fallen Idols.
Nice. I will definitely check that out.
Yep. So, all right. Well, that was a good segment there, and congratulations on your appearance there on Dave Landau's show.
Thanks. It was
and
good.
Is that available for people to watch? Or is that where
YouTube?
You can watch it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I played it from YouTube. So
okay. All right. So what do people look up on YouTube?
I don't even know. Let me see.
Is he not on Rumble at all?
I don't know that he's on Rumble. I think he's just on YouTube and the Blaze.
When you talk to him again, find out why they're not on Rumble.
Yeah, and then I'll get the dude can't be everywhere. I know what.
Well, I get it, but I mean, I don't know if there's like a real reason for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know this to be true. I'm 100% going to guess. But given all the backlash with Crowder and Crowder going to Rumble and these two guys not going with them.
Okay.
That might be the reason.
All right. Well, again, I don't know. I'm just
asking. I don't know either. I have no idea if that's the reason or not. It's titled Libertarian National Convention Rejects Donald Trump.
Okay.
That is the episode of Normal World.
All right. So if they just look up Normal World too, they can find that. Is it under that headline or under that channel?
It's youtube.com/Normal World or @Normal World.
Okay. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Got a song you'd like to hear?
How about Children of the Gray from Hypocrisy?
Okay.
Go for some heavier stuff.
Hypocrisy. Okay. And
Haven't played them in like ever.
Yeah. Do you say Children of the Gray?
Mm-hmm.
There it is. All right. We're going to play a few tunes. We're going to come back to the sponsored segment of the show. So if you want to get a request in, send it in. Request at theclassicmetalshow.com.
Gee, what will we talk about on the sponsored segment?
I don't know. I can't even imagine.
What can we talk about that might not be good for YouTube anyway?
Right. I can't imagine.
Well, I don't know how this segment's going to get up on YouTube, but I guess it was just replaying something that's on YouTube, so.
True.
We'll see.
All right.
Watch us get banned anyway.
Yeah, but we'll get banned for something that is on YouTube.
Yeah.
But for some reason, we're not allowed to play it.
That's right.
It's bizarre, man. All right. Well, here's Hypocrisy, and this is Children of the Gray exclusively here
on your classic metal show.
Charlie Kendall's Metal Shop is now available on demand. Go to mixcloud.com/metal shop and you got us. The latest Metal Shop shows in their entirety, absolutely free. Metal Shop.